Hello Mouses! Today is a very busy day. I'm trying to finish the paperwork to make T-Vox a registered charity, well, charitable incorporated organisation, let's put it that way. And I've also got comics and a letter to write to the Conservative Party regarding the assessment that I did for standing for Parliament, just a response to that, and a few other things. So it's going to be a busy day, and let's have a day in the life. This is the room where we'll be spending most of the day today. It's my little office studio. We've got the setup for filming the daily shows, where we have the massive light rig, and then a little tripod for putting the camera on. I use my iPhone, to do daily work. So we're going to start off by loading up iMovie, because I've got a quick video to edit for Jennifer. So we're going to load up iMovie and hack it together in that, because it's very quick. And then, while that's processing, I've got to go and use this massive computer here for the paperwork and comics. Now, I've got everything that I need to talk about set out already, so that's pretty good. And hopefully that will only take maybe an hour, half an hour to an hour anyway, and we'll see how that goes. And while that's doing that, the video that's been edited will process out. We can upload that while I'm doing the comics. And we do it this way because that way, multitasking, and we get through more jobs much quicker. Okay, so that's the video processed, and I've written the letter that I need to, and now the other computer is booting up. We're loading up Linux, because I like to use Debian Linux. And from here, what I'm going to have to do is today's comic. We normally have 3 comics running, and at the moment we've only got 1, because time's been taken up by other things. Later on, I've got to do a lot of documentation to set up T-Vox as a charitable organisation, instead of the just non-registerable organisation that we've been for the past 9 years now. My goodness, time flies. So that's taken up a lot of time. So we've got time for 1 comic. We're going to do all over the house, and then we're going to do the documentation for T-Vox, and then after that we'll see what happens. This here is the script for today's comic. I've written it out based on some notes that I recorded of Jennifer and I talking about what we wanted to do for comic ideas, and this is what we've got so far. So what I'm going to do now that I've laid it all out the way I wanted is quickly sketch in blue ink all of the outline for everything that we want to do, and then I'll go over it in proper inks and colour it, and then that'll be it. It should take about 2 hours to do. Here we have it. This is the sketch of today's comic. I've taken the speech off it so that I could actually sketch out properly, but it's all ready for me to ink, and we're going to do that now. It only takes about 20-25 minutes to get the layout and style that I want for the piece, so hopefully it'll only take about an hour to ink properly and get all set up nice, and then we can colour it in. And we have it, the entire thing with the text back in. I'm going to move the text around so it fits around what's going on in the actual frames, but we've got the whole thing set out and it looks pretty good from where I'm sitting. So what I'm going to do now is just go through it, adjust the text a little bit, and then colour it all in. There we go, another very nice comic. Well, I say nice, I think it's quite nice. All coloured up and looking pretty good. So that's going on the internet right now. Oh my goodness, it's been hours, but I've gone through all the paperwork, and the trust document is ready. We just gotta sign it, get it all sorted that way. And then T-Vox is a charitable trust. Well, it's not a registrable charitable trust because we haven't got the income level that requires us to register, but it's a charitable trust, and my goodness, it is so tiring. So I'm going to have an hour or so to myself, and then I've got to do the videos for today, and my goodness, then I might actually get finished today. It's a long, long day, but it's going to be worth it in the end, especially since it means that now we have the charity documents that we need, and T-Vox is, rather than just being something that I run from my office, it's an actual organisation of its own, which is what we were hoping to set up when we first started, so it's going well. Okay, the final thing I'm doing today is got the videos to do, so it's a video that I'm going to be doing for The Daily Show, the Not Mouse Show, and also one for Your Pants Official, which, if you haven't seen that before, is a collaborative channel of fans of the Vlog Brothers. We all talk to each other one video a week, and Wednesday is the day I put up my videos, so I got that going. And after that, I'm going to take the rest of the evening to try and write, and we'll see how that goes. But let's just get through the videos first. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit today about, I'll show you what we've got. There's the setup. The light is incredibly bright, so it looks like an artificial sun in here. I'm going to be talking a bit about Ukraine. I'm not a massive fan of talking about news events as they're going on when there's so much that we don't know. Because how do you give an accurate account? You can't. You just go by gut feelings and what little information you can get. So I'm looking at the news, seeing what I can get from that. And it's also another lighter story that I want to talk about, so I'm going to do that as well. But we'll see how it goes, and hopefully I'll be able to put together a decent show. Okay, the videos have been recorded, and I've just edited up the first one of them. It's the Knob Mouse Show, my daily show. And as you can see, I'm just using iMovie for it because it's a very simple show. I speak to the camera, and I add in some overlays of images, and my little title bar there, and things like that. And then put over the background music, which is the green bar there. And there's a lot of cuts and edits because I repeat bits. I want to make sure that what I'm saying is clear, so I repeat bits. Sometimes I have a bit of a speech impediment, stammer, and although most of the time I'm fine with it, sometimes it comes back, so I have to cut those bits out as well. And then add in the overlay at the end with the links to other videos, put the intro in, and that's pretty much it. Now I've just got to compile it out. That's really the anatomy of the entire thing. It's a very simple show. Speak to the camera. Most of the time I script it, but today I did it off the cuff. And we're going to see how that goes. But that's really all there is to it. So now we just compile out and wait and see. Okay, now that the video is compiling out, that's really everything I've got to do today for work. So this has been a day in the life of a cartoonist who also does politics and writing and videos. So a day in the life of a new media person. Basically, there's not much I can say that's an adequate description, really, is there? Okay, well, that's really all we've got time for, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you did like this and that was informative. And if you did, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on as well. And next time, I'll see you with something else more interesting. But until then, I've been Sir Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching The Zog on ZJKR, and I'll see you next time.